everyone, and welcome back to another episode of me struggling through this game. We are continuing on with our mage build because after I made the warrior, I realized that I will have to replay through the things that I just managed to go through. And while I probably will finish the warrior someday, I just can't bring myself to replay again. It kind of hurts. So we're just gonna continue on as a mage. And here we go.
Wait, that room wasn't there before. I don't think.
I don't fucking know. Okay.
Never Harding must have put my pack here. Makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things.
Seriously? This is where we live? But why? But why? Why do we live here? Of all places. Also, I'm sorry for the noise. Really? Excuse me?
Varric and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solas, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look at it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done.
No! I am not transgender! What the fuck?
The Valisleen are sacred for the elves. I didn't grow up Dalish, but they're not the only ones who have a claim on being elven. My tattoos represent who I am, and I'll wear that for all the world to see.
What the fuck? You cannot be You cannot! Is this what the people has been talking about? So you're telling me I didn't even get a say in this? I am so offended. I am genuinely offended. What the actual fuck?
The Antom commander I took this from thought occupying Treviso was the same as owning it. I showed him how wrong he was. Freed a bunch of prisoners that night, including Varric. That's also the night the Crows kicked me out of Antiva for carrying out unauthorized operations.
What? 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 Are we gonna talk more about this? There's no context. There is no context here. Excuse me. What the fuck? I was suppose that's fair.
It was the right thing to do, but it did bring the Antom down hard on the Crows. I probably could have made fewer waves. A peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me the scroll went back to even before Tevinter. Said that elves had a rich history, even more than the rest of us.
What are these? He's right, I guess.
We've got a culture that's lasted thousands of years. Good to remember everything we've done.
Okay. What is the point of this?
The ever-turning orb. My final training project as an apprentice. I spent months finding the precise balance of energy flows to make the enchantment permanent.
I guess those were the days.
My teachers said they'd never seen anyone weave the layers of magic so intricately. But it all just felt right.
Okay.
Right. That's better. Now how do I connect to Solas? Just sleep or relaxing? Maybe if I clear my mind.
Let me guess. I'm gonna have to... Oh no, I have to meditate. Okay. Oi, Solas. I'm so sorry to drag you into this game again.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Ah, but perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. I am, after all, remembered as the god of lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Why does he have such a big mouth? Guys, did you, he has a huge mouth. I guess time in the Fae didn't do him any justice. I'm sorry. I have to laugh or I'll cry. Yes, I remember.
Depending on the story.
And what story shall we tell now?
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
I feels like no matter what I pick, I'm either gonna be a jerk towards him with like, I punched you, I beat you, that's how you know I am the leader. That's the form of jerk I'm gonna be, or I'm gonna be like, but I'm not in charge. But she's probably not gonna say that, but she's gonna be like, I am a born leader. I was sworn in to protect everyone around me. Nah, nothing, but I'm here, I guess.
Someone has to do something. I may not be the right person for this job, but I'm the only one left.
So your call to action is that any attempt is better than none?
Back in the Crows, I had to deal with the Antom invasion. One night,
God.
I saw a unit getting ready to transport prisoners to another city. It was way too large for us to hit.
But you did so anyway, using unconventional tactics to confuse the Antam and free the prisoners.
How do you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that if someone has to make a call, I'll do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The elven gods, as you call them.
No,
They
I would
wish to
call them the
reclaim their
Evanuris.
dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned. Until they release it.
It didn't escape?
The
I
Blight
guess.
didn't escape with the gods?
Algernon and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the Blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
What? What? This doesn't make any sense. It genuinely does not make any sense. They're kind of insinuating here that the Blight belongs to the elven gods and it was prisoned with them, but... What? What about the other times when the Darkspawn, you know, in the Deep Roads, you know, caused the Blights because they found the dragon and they blighted it? Or the old gods and they blighted it? And that's how the Blight began? Like the big blight that the warders have to worry about, you know? Here they're basically saying that that's not a thing. That these gods... I don't even understand how they're thinking. I don't know.
So what we saw at that village, that's them not at full strength?
Correct.
So what we saw at that village was not them at their full strength? That's how that sounded to me. Why blight the world?
I don't understand. Algernon and Gillenane were elves like you, right?
I'm an elf
Why
too!
would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
The rest of the blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the Blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the blights that have swept across the world.
What? No. No. The lore is literally, according to Corypheus himself, they broke into the Golden City, the seat of the Maker, you know, Andraste's husband, And that is how the blight came, because he said fuck you in particular. And now he's saying no, it was I who contained the blight. So what? Did these guys just go crazy after they entered the Fade and decided that, oh wait, the Golden City isn't a thing? It's just what we kind of saw when we entered this black and white realm of his? What's happening? Why? They are just... Why didn't they just make a new game? Why? This could have made sense if it was another game that didn't have Dragon Age on it. Fucking... Rewrite some stuff, remove some characters, make your own fucking fantasy game. This doesn't make any sense. You're rewriting lore that's established. Okay, never mind. Okay, you were talking, Solas?
However terrible the Blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
Okay, how do we stop them, I guess?
What would they need to do to free the Blight? And how do we stop them from doing it?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
What?
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed 2 things, and the Blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
I'm not going to bend a knee to blighted, murdering monsters just because their ears are pointed like mine. I don't think many other elves are going to either.
Agreed. Elganan and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elganan and Gillenane.
Okay. Sounds entertaining, I guess.
You want me to pick fights with tyrants and bullies? Sounds fun.
I gave no orders. All I offer are suggestions.
I'm on it. What else?
The Veravas, the lighthouse eluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet. But we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
Why does it feel like all of that was shot? Like, it feels like they kind of shot all of that different days.
So Solas told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demetis Crossing...
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I can't replace you.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
You don't need to do what I do. You just need to get it done. Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? I watched you pick apart an entire Antom patrol in Treviso. They outnumbered you 20-1.
They were overconfident. I took advantage.
Which no one else did. Crows didn't appreciate the heat it brought down, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solas wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
Excuse me, we're not even fighting fucking Solas. What is going on? I'm so confused. Varric. I don't get it. Varric must have hit his head harder than we thought.
There is something. Demetis Crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You took him back to the Veil Jumpers.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. and know you'll listen.
Did you guys see that hand? It looked like she broke it.
Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solas in the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
It is broken! That hand is broken! Look, right here. It is so broken. We need his help.
It doesn't matter how
It's
I feel
so
about
broken!
it. We can't stop the gods without what he knows.
And there you go. You don't have to love him to deal with him.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
About Harding being hurt. Is she gonna look like that forever?
When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Harding got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
I'll talk to you later then, I guess.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
Okay.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does.
I swear to God,
Nev
if you
has
say me.
connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
This is the same time
Hey,
as
Nev.
the first
Hi,
time we
Wisps.
played.
Yeah, they're still here. But you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Blara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan crows. We've got...
Didn't she say these were blight personified? The Grey Wardens, who were literally meant to fight the blights. Why would we go to the Antivan crows? I don't get it. Okay, fine. Neve, you're the expert, I guess.
you. But if one assassin's good,
Why not two? You have someone in mind?
your most feared mage killer, the demon of Virantium.
Who? A specialist, I guess. Sure, fine.
A specialist. Between the two of us, maybe we can find a godly weakness.
Here's hoping. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. There's been fewer stories in recent years, but your bosses would know.
Aren't we in Tevinter? Or did I miss something? Where are we? I actually don't know which place we started. But blood magic is a thing here. It's approved of. Am I missing something? I must be missing something.
The Talons? They're going to give me an earful.
If you want to look elsewhere,
I'll set up a meeting. What else?
a trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter, an empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter Authority.
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons.
Who?
They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the Empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
Are they mages?
Are they all mages?
Tevinter might prize its mages, but the Shadows accept anyone. We've all got a stake in the cause.
Okay, can we trust them?
You sure we can trust these shadow dragons?
You've got a better shot with them than most in the city.
So, we talked to the crows in Antiva and the shadow dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah, should check how things are going.
What the fuck was that?
Toldar is a tunnel. Vedun
Oh, I
gar
forgot.
velos atredum. But velos atredum is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touched the dagger. The prayer, the proclamation. Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
We are romancing Harding, by the way, because I want some form of happiness in this game.
You're not hearing a word I'm saying, are you?
Uh-huh.
You know you're adorable, right?
Sure, whatever you think is best.
Excuse me?
Huh? What? What's happened?
I said you're adorable.
You're poking fun at me.
Ugh. I just felt an ick. Listen. I might not understand fully how to talk to people either. But that... that made me feel... Ugh.
I would never poke fun. I respect you too much.
Is that so?
100%. So what's Isatunal?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Breathe, guys. I know the writing for this dialogue hurts, but we can get through this. We can get through this.
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time, all spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
Sure.
How does this get us anywhere?
Right. I guess it would be like a mage explaining how magic feels to someone who doesn't have it. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were, but none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
The elves have this problem too. I'm sorry. The elves have this problem too. They don't remember much of their history because it was lost. It was lost.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for. Almost there. I just have to... Shit! Sorry. Can I,
Excuse me? No. No. If they tell me that's what's controlling the eluvian, we're ending this episode right here. We're gonna end it right here. You better not fucking tell me that's what's controlling the eluvian. It's supposed to be just a fucking magical mirror. A mirror! Now we're entering sci-fi territory and I don't know what the fuck they're thinking.
No, I got it. Mostly, mirrors are funny things.
It is what they're implying. They really are implying that that's controlling the eluvian. Okay.
Aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion.
Nah. Nah. Hell nah. They can't be fucking serious. They cannot be fucking serious.
There you have it.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this eluvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the...
The eluvian. Okay, bear with me here. Can go anywhere. Uh-huh. Why? Just why wouldn't it be able to go into the Fade if there's another eluvian right there? Because you have to have one eluvian in position A to get to the other eluvian in position B. Or are we now saying we don't need eluvians at all? That there just needs to have the eluvian here to get wherever the fuck we want. Because if they're doing that, I think my brain is gonna melt.
There of us. Freedom of ways. I wonder...
Wonder what?
If you have an idea what that place is, Balara, share it. We don't have time to waste.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the eluvians meet.
Yes, we saw the
A
Inquisition.
crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right.
So?
We saw something similar when we were chasing Solas. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike, and it is not.
I'm getting a headache. I am getting a headache. Who are you? Nitric, I guess?
Either you found some way to get into the lighthouse without us seeing, or you've been here all along. Not sure which one worries me more.
The hand's still
The
broken.
wolf's
The hand's still
fire.
broken.
You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
What the fuck? Is that supposed to be a spirit? But if they tell me that this is supposed to be some mechanical artifact constructed from the Fade, you guys already know the drill. The two aren't excluded, I guess.
Just because something's sad doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
I can think of an example or two that proves that.
And we still don't know what this eluvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
Hell nah. I got a fucking achievement from that. Hell nah. Fuck that shit. Fuck it. We are done. We are not continuing. What the fuck is happening? Apparently this is no longer fantasy, it's sci-fi. Sci-fi fantasy. I need a break. I am ending this now. Thank you so much for having watched this. Apparently I haven't discovered shit in the lighthouse. We are not gonna care about that. Because this is as much as I can take. I can't take anymore. I need to digest this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you liked it, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the channel. There's other content if you need a break from Veilguard. Love you guys. Bye. Bye-bye.